Hi, my name's Judy Lynn, and this is my final project. So a little bit about the book I chose is the name of the book is called Red Scarf Girl. It is a memoir written by Jili Jiang, and her ethnicity is Chinese. So a quick summary of it is, Jili Jiang is a happy 12-year-old who has everything: the brains, popularity, and a bright future in communist China. But her life takes a complete turn when the Cultural Revolution occurs, which is led by Chairman Mao to purge Chinese society of all elements of capitalism. Soon her family becomes a target because of their educated family background, and her father eventually gets arrested and detained. Jili is forced to make the choice to save her dad or stay loyal to Chairman Mao and the country. So some preconceived notions that I already knew about the country and the culture is, first, I knew who Chairman Mao or Mao Zedong was because I come from a Chinese ethnic culture, and so I've seen his picture hung up in my grandparents' house, and it looked like he was a very important person in China. I know some tourist spots in China as I've been there, like the Great Wall of China, and I know China's a communist country, which means that individuals do not own the land, instead the government or community owns these. And family is a very important thing in Chinese culture, and it is very common for many living generations of family to live together. And some holidays that I know of in China are like Chinese New Year or the Moon Festival. And China doesn't really celebrate Christmas or Thanksgiving like we do in America. So the overall theme that I thought of in the book was the importance of family. So throughout the book, there were parts where Jili loved her family, hated them, and got annoyed with them. But in the end, when they were going through struggles, Jili only had her family to be with, and it was only her family that was there for her. And throughout the book, Jili had to figure out whether she should protect her family or go with Chairman Mao and the country and betray them. So I thought throughout the book, family was a very important theme in it. So the title of the book is called Red Scarf Girl. And the red scarf, like the picture shown here, represents a symbol of devotion to Chairman Mao and the Cultural Revolution. So when this book happened, Jili was just a normal 12-year-old girl, and her life changes as she realizes that her family status is considered bad. So she must figure a way to save their family from torture of Red Guards, which are student-led armies that help Mao Zedong protect the country, that he believed was the right way. So Red Scarf Girl, the title kind of just means that every student was loved Chairman Mao and cherished him and was willing to protect the country and follow his leadership. So character development throughout the book. So the character I chose was main character Jili. And so the beginning of this book happened when Jili was just 12 years old. And after it ends, she was 14. So during these 2 years, she went through many struggles. And so in the beginning, Jili was a very enthusiastic and good student. She was loved by many of her friends and teachers. She had the top scores in the school and overall was just living a good life with a bright future. But as the Cultural Revolution progresses and harm is done to their family because of their status, Jili ends up being responsible and protecting her family. In the end, she decides to turn against the government and chooses her family. So some conflicts that affected the theme was the Cultural Revolution was all about eliminating old ideas and habits. So families that were rich were often the main targets, like Jili's family, whose family came from her grandpa was a landowner who owned many lands, so they got a lot of money from that. And a lot of her aunts and uncles, including her dad, were actors. So they were like top class. Because of that, they became main targets, and their houses were searched to find things that would harm the government. And because of Jili's affluent background and higher class status, her family was in danger from the Red Guards. So eventually, Jili's dad gets arrested for being accused of listening to foreign radio. And this gets out of hand because Jili must make a choice to either testify for her dad or turn her back and follow Chairman Mao in the communist country. So if she does follow the communist country, then she's betraying her family. So this is a really hard choice for her because she really respects Chairman Mao as well. So the setting takes place during 1966 in Shanghai, China. This is where it happened for Jili in the story, but the Cultural Revolution actually happened in the whole country. And it was led by Mao Zedong. And in China, it was very common for Chinese to remain close to their hometown and have many generations living under the same roof. So during the Cultural Revolution, it was one of the very few moral and ideological concepts to survive the decade-long turmoil and chaos of the Cultural Revolution from getting out of hand. And a conclusion. So, as I finished reading the story, I discovered more about the Chinese culture, especially the Cultural Revolution that I did not know much about. The sufferings that many people had to face were all due to Mao Zedong's lies to gain power of the country. Though his actions were bad, people still can't bring themselves to hate him, because in a way his actions of the Cultural Revolution also prevented revisionism and capitalism from taking over China and making it the better country it is today. Most of my preconceived notions were validated as I read the story, and I also learned a lot more new things about the Chinese culture I had never known before. And I believe the theme of family is universal. Everyone belongs to their own family, and the importance of keeping our family together is very important. In the book Red Scarf Girl, even though her family went through many difficulties, in the end they still stayed together, even when the society and friends turned their backs towards them. My culture is similar to Jili Jiang, as we are both from Chinese ethnicity, and the importance of family is huge in our culture. As I finished reading the book, I realized family is the most important thing in your life. And even if everyone turns their back towards you, you still have a home waiting for you to return to. Overall, I really enjoyed reading this book, and I learned a lot more about Chinese culture I had not known before, especially the history. Thank you.